The top reasons our customers use Cisco Duo include it blocks any potential use of stolen credentials. It mitigates attacks that bypass multi-factor authentication, or MFA. It allows organizations to implement zero trust access. It protects Microsoft applications and other IT resources. It provides device visibility and verification with device trust. It enables organizations to start their passwordless journey. And it helps organizations meet compliance requirements and regulation guidelines. In the current IT landscape, users and devices have moved outside the traditional network. Organizations now have various types of users, such as contractors, third-party vendors, and remote users, all of them connecting to their corporate networks. And these users are increasingly using their own devices, such as smartphones and tablets, to connect to applications and networks. Smart devices, also known as Internet of Things or IoT devices, are increasing the number of network entry points. Meanwhile, applications, servers, containers, and other workloads are communicating with each other across cloud infrastructures like AWS and Azure, as well as data centers. As a result of the ever-evolving technical parameters and users, organizations are looking for a new approach to security. The Zero Trust approach to security will address new and evolving threats. Zero Trust secures those working in hybrid and remote environments by protecting user credentials and stopping sophisticated phishing attacks and other threats. Duo enables organizations to deliver the best secure access experience for any application from any device and any location. Duo is a cloud-delivered service that provides adaptive, risk-based authentication policies and uses in-house machine learning anomaly detection to help continually monitor user access behaviors, to help organizations provide secure zero-trust access to corporate resources for their workforce, to include contractors and partners. Duo verifies user identity using strong MFA options, such as Verified Duo Push, and Duo supports phishing-resistant MFA when using FIDO2 compliant security keys, such as YubiKeys. Duo also verifies device posture at the time of authentication, ensuring the devices meet the security requirements of the organization. And Duo enables frictionless secure access to any application type, to include cloud, on-premise, and even private applications. IT administrators benefit by centralizing access control with Duo. Duo provides them with a single portal to manage users and access policies, and provides granular visibility into which users are using what device to gain access to their applications and other resources. Cisco is proof that there's value in pursuing Zero Trust. By deploying Zero Trust, we benefited $3.4 million in annual savings from improved employee productivity, considering there were more than 400,000 fewer VPN authentications per year. We saved $500,000 simply by reducing help desk calls. We had fewer than 1% of users contacting the IT help desk. As a comparison, 7% is the typical baseline for a security technology rollout. We also stopped 86,000 potential device compromises per month because we enabled users to remediate devices on their own. This was done before these devices could become targets. Most security platforms include password-based solutions. A solution that uses no passwords, a passwordless solution, holds the promise of a better user experience, reducing the total cost of ownership and better protection against account compromise. Passwordless authentication removes the shared secret or something you know factor from MFA and relies on something you have and something you are. The beauty of passwordless is that it feels as if it's one step, even though it's still MFA. So you can get the security of two factors in one simple gesture, no typing or remembering required. However, implementing passwordless authentication holds its own set of challenges. It requires a phased approach that can be lengthy and can increase user frustration and IT complexity. The market needs a passwordless solution that enhances user experience and increases security while filling customers' needs along their passwordless journey. Duo is uniquely positioned to offer a passwordless solution that balances usability with security. There's no easier or more secure way to use MFA than Duo. You can integrate MFA seamlessly with all applications, and because it's fast for users to self-enroll and authenticate, there's no work disruption or headaches. It just works. Duo offers a broad range of authentication options for MFA, from Duo Push, our most commonly used second-factor authentication method, to more traditional methods that use a secure password generated by a physical token. Configuring any authentication method is easy with Duo. You can configure authentications on a per application or per user group basis. And for ease of use and flexibility, you can enable multiple methods. Duo Verified Push, commonly known as push with number matching, is an extremely secure form of push-based authentication. It mitigates the type of attacks that bypass MFA by tricking users into accepting a fraudulent push. With Duo Passwordless, you can log in securely in 3 easy steps. Enter your single sign-on information, authenticate with one of the 4 authentication methods, and that's it, you're in. Duo moves forward on its mission to deliver stronger security while improving user experience with the introduction of passwordless capabilities. Duo will help customers transition to passwordless seamlessly and securely without requiring infrastructure changes. It's easy to use. Customers can use it on any device and register multiple devices. There is also an intuitive, user-friendly enrollment and authentication experience. It's simple to deploy. Customers can use any identity provider, configure it within minutes, and enable a phased rollout process. And finally, it's seamless and secure. Duo is resistant to stolen credentials. It's a secure fallback to MFA, and it provides holistic security for application access. Duo allows users to enroll themselves in the MFA and register their own devices in just a few steps, just in time when they're logging into applications. Once you enable the Duo self-service portal, users can manage all their devices in one place. They can enroll additional devices, specify default devices, or reset devices. You can't protect what you can't see. Gaining visibility into devices is the first step in establishing device trust. It's an essential aspect of a strong zero-trust strategy. Duo provides an agentless option to gain visibility into every device on your network and enforce health checks at each login attempt before allowing access to corporate applications. This is done by delivering 3 critical capabilities: visibility, security posture assessment, and continuous inspection. Duo provides detailed information about both corporate and unmanaged or BYOD devices, so you can easily spot security risks like out-of-date or jailbroke devices. You can easily search, filter, and export a list of devices by attributes such as operating system, browser, or plugin. Using this level of detail provides the capability to quickly find devices that are susceptible to the latest operating system or browser vulnerabilities. Duo also helps administrators differentiate between corporate managed devices or trusted endpoints and unmanaged devices or BYOD, bring your own device. And you get all this visibility without installing any additional software on those devices. To prevent the spread of malware and stop risky devices from accessing your applications, there are a few key security posture checks that organizations should perform to determine whether a device is trustworthy. Using Duo, organizations can create custom access policies and controls based on security health profiles to determine if a device is managed or unmanaged, the operating system patch level, if disk encryption is enabled, does the device have passcode protection, what's the firewall status, is biometric enabled, and does the device have antivirus enabled, all before granting access. Duo also collects posture signals from other endpoint agents by integrating with all leading mobile device management or MDM or enterprise mobility management EMM solutions such as Cisco Meraki Systems Manager and VMware AirWatch. Duo also integrates with leading endpoint detection and response solutions such as Cisco Secure Endpoint, CrowdStrike, and Carbon Black. With Duo, you can ensure compliance with corporate security policies by blocking non-compliant devices at the time of authentication. You can also empower users with self-remediation, which reduces the number of IT tickets and help desk calls. Duo enables organizations to continually assess risk by performing device security checks at every application authentication request. By integrating Cisco Secure Endpoint with Duo, organizations can set a policy to automatically block malware-infected devices from accessing applications. Duo blocks only the device. To stay productive, the user can log in from any other device that is policy compliant. Duo can secure access to all corporate applications, whether hosted, on-prem, or in the cloud, including custom-built applications. Whether it's starting the zero trust journey, implementing the Beyond Corp model or remote access, enforcing least privileged access for users and devices, enforcing security controls for compliance requirements, or lowering operational costs, Duo can help you achieve your organization's security objectives while keeping your employees productive. Duo is incredibly easy to deploy across all types of applications. Start with out-of-the-box integration with VPNs, email, and cloud applications. Then continue to other Microsoft applications, RDP, SSH, and on-prem applications. Integration guides, step-by-step instructions, and videos are all available at duo.com/docs. Keep in mind that Duo does not license per application. Enabling single sign-on, SSO, along with MFA, is a fast and easy way to start the passwordless journey without compromising security. Duo's SSO allows you to configure granular per-application access controls. For end users, SSO provides access to multiple applications with a single login, using one master set combination of username and password. Reducing the number of passwords eliminates bad password habits. For administrators, SSO serves as a unified point of visibility for authentication and access logs, and is an effective policy enforcement point to apply security policies for each application depending on its risk profile. As more organizations move towards a zero-trust security model, the adoption of single sign-on combined with strong multi-factor authentication and device trust has become the first step to establishing trusted access. These additional security measures help organizations reduce data breach risks and increase compliance efforts while enhancing application security posture with out-of-the-box and custom policies designed to reduce the attack surface. Passwords are the Achilles heel of secure access. With SSO, you can reduce the number of password-based logins and reliance on passwords altogether. With passwordless SSO, biometrics factors, such as Touch ID or face recognition, remove the need for the user to create a password at all, while keeping security intact. Additionally, users can access applications from any location or device, enabling the end user to have a seamless experience. SSO lowers your organization's total cost of ownership. According to Gartner, 40% of all help desk calls are related to password resets, and those calls are expensive. IT teams and help desks spend a lot of time helping end users with setup and management of credentials across different applications and systems while creating significant administrative overhead. Implementing SSO helps IT teams save time by streamlining the onboarding and offboarding process. SSO can offer end users self-service capabilities to reset their own passwords and manage their authentication devices. Providing seamless yet secure remote access to resources for users is critical for today's organizations. Adding the adaptive policy capabilities in Duo, you can be specific about who can access what and when. You can create custom access policies based on role, device hygiene status, location, and many other factors. Administrators can easily set granular policies for each application or user group and establish varying levels of trust in just a few clicks using Duo's simple user interface. Duo looks at the risk, makes a decision, and adjusts outcomes based on its analysis. When we look at risk, Duo starts with evaluating different variables in the environment, like device, location, data from known attack patterns. Behind the scenes, Duo can determine if it's a high or low trust scenario. User outcomes depends on the risk. If the device is trusted easily, users gain access quickly and don't need to re-verify. If not, Duo steps up the security requirements. Wi-Fi fingerprinting relies on signal strength that was created with a focus on privacy. This authentication method poses challenges with IP addresses that are not on the corporate network or on an anonymous browser or VPN. This can lead to false positives and can be a burden on security teams. An example of using Wi-Fi fingerprinting is when someone logs into their Wi-Fi network and a list of their surrounding neighbor's network pops up on the available network list. That's a pretty stable and predictable indicator of a location. Duo takes that data, anonymize it so we don't actually know where the person is located, and compares it to past Wi-Fi fingerprinting data. Duo can use those two data points to determine if someone's location has changed without actually knowing that location and determine what the risk level is. If you have sensitive apps or highly privileged users, you can turn on Verified Duo Push for every authorization attempt. For users that normally authorize with Duo Push, they can use Verified Duo Push within risk-based authentication as a more secure method to confirm, yes, it's me logging into this app. A code then pops up on your screen. You enter it into your Duo app. If it's not you, you can't absentmindedly accept approve. If it is you, you can quickly reestablish that trust, and the next time you log in, you'll go back to your normal method of authentication. For example, let's say I normally work from home, but one morning I bring my laptop with me to my favorite coffee shop. GeoIP and Wi-Fi fingerprinting can tell I've moved locations. Before, I would be able to log in with risk-based remembered devices. But now, I'll have to re-authenticate to reestablish trust. Now, let's imagine an attacker attempted to access my account repeatedly from a new Wi-Fi IP address. That would trigger a verified Duo push where I must enter a unique code in the Duo app to confirm it's me. In this example, Duo is ingesting a lot of information and then through slight nudges impacting the experience of the end user. Authentication logs enable Duo administrators to know what's going on in their environment. They can assess if it's a normal or less trusted authentication in the trusted assessment column. This supports a transparent approach. Rather than give a risk score, explain why the authentication was more or less trusted. Both Verified Duo Push and Wi-Fi fingerprinting are key features that make the RBA experience unique with Duo. Parameters are tailored based on your organization, and you deploy where it makes sense. Duo takes in the risk signals and adjusts the user outcome to help ensure each login is secure. While it requires no additional work for the IT and security teams, they can review the authentication logs to see the full transparent story, what logins are marked low trust and why, and what outcomes the users experienced. It's easy. An end user going about their normal day would have no idea their organization is following a risk-based approach. If their routine changes, their experience will change through slight nudges that they can resolve independently. Duo offers defense in depth by dynamically responding to changes in risk to ensure that each login attempt is responding to all relevant risk factors. The focus is to fulfill the goals of Zero Trust without constant friction. We mentioned Duo Trust Monitor briefly earlier in this video, but let's expand a bit. After setting up Duo for MFA, our solution analyzes the authentication data for the protected applications. Duo Trust Monitor uses this data to create a historical and contextual baseline of access activity in the environment. Duo Trust Monitor then surfaces risky and atypical login attempts by comparing subsequent login attempts to the baseline to find anomalies. Examples of anomalies include unrealistic geovelocity or Superman logins, unusual time, unusual 2FA IP, and new access with a 2FA device. With Duo, it's just a flip of a switch to set up Trust Monitor. After setup, you start seeing risky activities within about 24 hours. Some risky activity may point to an attacker using compromised credentials. In these cases, Duo provides valuable insight that helps you remediate compromised access quickly. In some cases, there might not be an attack, but credentials are being used in an unexpected way. For example, Trust Monitor might highlight a user logging into an application from a personal device not typical for that user, and might prompt a new policy that hardens security. Every security best practice guide and regulation asks for MFA and device visibility. Do you have a compliance driver? If so, which one? With what requirements must you comply? Do you have MFA requirements? And have you conducted a security audit or pen test recently? And if so, what were the findings on user access controls? Duo addresses compliance concerns across healthcare, education, and federal entities. The Healthcare Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, or HIPAA, recommends using two-factor authentication and strong access controls to mitigate security risks related to remote access to patient data. Duo enables this security for e-prescribing, and administrators can use Duo's out-of-the-box integration with Epic Hyperspace for more efficient prescription workflows. For students, faculty, and staff in education, Duo verifies each login with two-factor authentication. Duo supports accredited U.S.-based institutions through Access Management Services InCommon and Internet 2's Net Plus program. For federal compliance, Duo meets National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST, 171, as well as Defense Federated Acquisition Regulation Supplement, or DAFARS, and FARS compliance requirements. It's important to note that Duo Federal Edition is authorized with the Federal Risk and Authorization Management Program, known as FedRAMP. This is a government-wide program that provides a standardized approach to security assessment, authorization, and continuous monitoring for cloud products and services. Now, let's discuss a few customer success stories. The University of Louisville Hospital is adopting a zero trust security framework to reduce their attack surface. The hospital needed to protect Microsoft Office 365 along with other applications that are critical for their business. As a solution, administrators deployed Duo and were immediately able to consolidate several projects such as MFA, SSO, and mobile device management, which reduced their overall total cost of ownership by more than 50%. With Duo, the hospital gained visibility into all devices connecting to the network externally, as well as the location of the devices. They were able to see a full device inventory through a single pane of glass and enforce policies such as blocking access to applications from unknown locations. This, along with their implementation of MFA, has reduced their attack surface effectively and efficiently. Deploying Duo helped University of Louisville Hospital protect sensitive health information without affecting productivity. Additionally, Duo helped them meet regulatory compliance requirements, including HIPAA, PCI, or credit card payments, and PHI, or health information in any form. Another success story involves the on-demand transportation company Lyft. The company wanted to strengthen protection for their critical applications and valuable financial and intellectual property. Device visibility and security posture was a big issue. As a solution, Lyft deployed Duo and was immediately able to consolidate several projects using MFA and mobile device management. As a result, Duo helps Lyft enforce device trust by providing them a snapshot of all personal and unmanaged devices accessing their environment. All Lyft's applications are protected by zero trust security, and users have a consistent experience when accessing applications. There are some limitations and other considerations to Duo. These are some limitations. All Duo capabilities, such as SSO, policies, and Duo Network Gateway, work only with Duo MFA and do not officially support third-party MFA solutions. To implement Duo passwordless, organizations need to deploy Duo SSO and must be using Active Directory as their user directory. If organizations are already using an SSO, they can chain and redirect their SSO to Duo SSO. If organizations are using other user directories, such as Okta, please engage with Duo product specialists to have roadmap conversations. Let's explore how implementing Duo as part of the Cisco security portfolio provides the most robust security solution. Duo and Cisco Endpoint work together to provide stronger access security. When you've configured a security endpoint policy in Duo and a user authenticates via a Duo prompt, Duo checks the security posture for the user device in Secure Endpoint. If Secure Endpoint is running on the device and detects malware, Secure Endpoint notifies Duo about the infected device, and Duo then blocks that device from accessing applications. Duo integrates with Cisco Secure VPN, ensuring an additional layer of security for your remote access strategy. You can set up Duo with Cisco Secure in less than 30 minutes to assess easy and fast MFA solutions such as Duo Push and one-time passcodes. Duo packaging includes 3 editions: Duo Essentials, Duo Advantage, and Duo Premier. Essentials includes basic MFA and SSO for unlimited applications. Advantage employs adapted authentication policies based on user and device risks. And Premier has the most granular device policies to ensure device trust. Let's review Duo editions in more detail to ensure the best security solution is positioned for the customer requirements. Duo Essentials is a full-featured access management solution that includes strong MFA, passwordless, single sign-on, and trusted endpoint verification for every organization. Get everything needed to secure access and boost user productivity. Duo Advantage is a management suite that maximizes security and visibility to address consistent changes in risk levels and the need for rapid security incident detection and detailed visibility. Upgrade to stronger security and higher user productivity with full device trust, additional visibility into device health status, machine learning driven attack detection, and risk-based authentication. Duo Premier is a complete access management solution that addresses user and device risk for every application and expands protection and effortless access to your cloud and on-premise resources and private applications. With Cisco Security Choice Enterprise Agreement, security options have never been so powerful. This plan makes staying on top of security software and licenses easy. It allows budgets to go further, offers predictable billing over time, and lets organizations move faster in responding to security needs. In summary, new threats that target identity, applications, and devices have emerged within the IT landscape. To combat those threats, Zero Trust for the workforce using Duo ensures that only the right users and secure devices can access applications. For every security best practice guide and regulation, there's a requirement for MFA, and there's no easier or secure way to use MFA than with Duo. Duo's single sign-on and secure remote access capabilities Both provide benefits for the organization and the end user. Thank you.